So for me, it's about making an artwork, and I tried lots of different media, such as I've done sculpture, I've done music, and I paint still. I like collaborating and try to make artworks with other people who like making art too. For me, it was a process of trying lots of different things, and then for the past 4 years, I really have concentrated on this one question, really, of using digital technologies to paint, because it was interesting and new and afforded me a lot of freedom. There's some fundamental constraints. So when you're dealing with digital media, you are dealing with the binary of zeros and ones. And when you're working on a screen, it is a grid of, it's a mathematical grid. So I've tried to grow patterns that I've used as a background in one of my paintings, Canvas Automata. I actually grew the pattern from an organic AI and thought it looked like a canvas, and then I used it as a canvas. It's a long process of figuring out what are the interesting questions in painting, and also what are the capabilities of technology in this current time. So you can see one painting I did of seeds. It has colours, very digital colours, that when you try to do that in reality, which I've also tried to do in my collaborative practice, to make analog look digital. It's extremely difficult to overcome that constraint too. And I think that expanding the ideas of painting into this digital realm affords us more range and more capabilities, and different ones too. There are 2 series of paintings that I have been trying to develop at the moment. One is are called reconstructor paintings, which are mostly black and white gestural paintings. The reconstructor series is actually like kind of still a middle point in the story. Like the story actually starts with trying to reproduce the screen into reality, which I did with screenshots. And then there's 2 steps after that of trying to translate the screen into painting, and then asking the question, well, what is painting actually? And what painting can you do with the technology? And that's reconstructor paintings. And then after that, it's like, how can you start feeling something sensually, and exploring more the haptic and the beautiful viscosity of oil paint, for instance, whether you can render that digitally. Canvas automata comes actually from cellular automata. Cellular automata is basically inputting into a computer a set of rules and developing patterns from those rules. It's a way of generating forms automatically. And I thought that was a very good metaphor for how you could build painting from scratch, from basic principles, using purely technological means, and see what you can do with that. The computer is not capable of abstract thinking, so it cannot actually understand all of the developed dialectics that have been involved in a practice such as painting, which is an ongoing process of understanding itself, but also reproducing ideas from the past. A computer doesn't do that. because everything is equal, or it has certain keywords that it can filter what it sees, and certain patterns that it understands. It can't think creatively. Something like spray would be labelled a graffiti, but for me, knowing like the history of painting and how it went into postmodern questions of what is a gesture, this has a huge significance in relation to what does it mean to paint. One of the problems with technology or the digital world sometimes is that it deprives us of our humanity or our unique capabilities as individuals. And I would say there is no need to be pessimistic about this new tool that we have. I think it's a blessing because not only has it interconnected us, I mean, there's certain things that we could never have done without these technologies. It's about making it real for us and personalizing it and making it, dare I say, human. That's because we're humans, but personalized for us to make it work for us. And that's a long, ongoing process. But I'm really optimistic that we will see the benefits of this media and use it seamlessly for ourselves.